Oh shit!
So we are live.
Yeah, I was gonna send you the lists, but my damn voice recorder app that I put on the new phone, it kept on telling me it was too big of a file. So like, I gotta mess around with, find out what the hell voice recorder I had before.
All right, so we are. I think we're live. No one's in yet.
All right, is anybody listening?
Oh,
check one, check two.
back when we first started.
Yeah.
Is this a thing?
Well, I just want everybody to know out there that we're the OGs.
This is true.
Yeah, all these other podcasts were not even close to being around when we were doing it.
we were winging it with barely stringing anything together, and with Blog Talk Radio, people calling in.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, Blog Talk was one of the funner times.
It was
because anybody was calling in. Granted, we get the usual prank here and there, but
no, it was fun.
That's fine. Because all it was, we were just laughing.
It was pretty fun. All right, people are in the chat. Let's go. Let's do this. A little late night.
Cruising 26 loves us, man. Because I can't believe he's back already.
You know what? I love him. How about that? All right, hold on. Where's the button? There we go. There you are, Tim.
There we go. Let's do this.
Boom. So, welcome. You are listening to the Bleedbigblue podcast, a little late night with Bleedbigblue. I have Tim with me.
Yes, sir. We're back.
I heard a rumor you were in Tennessee. Is that true?
I was in Nashville for the game. So I just want to put it out there that if you guys want to sponsor me going to all the games, so far I'm 1-0.
You're more than welcome to take those offers to send Tim to the Giants game.
Yeah. But no, it was an awesome game. Honestly, there were so many Giants fans in Nashville. It was pretty cool. Yeah, so the nice part is after the game, because it was like it was a late game. It was like 4:30 game. And but all the locals went home because they had to work in the morning. Well, all the Giants fans know, they came for visiting, so they were leaving until Monday morning anyway. So we were all partying all night till like 3:00 in the morning.
All right. So packed with Giants fans, you're thinking both me and Tim are going to drink this whole podcast, and it's going to get really.
What are you drinking? What are you sponsored by right now, Marco?
I am taking calls from Stella. I'm a big Stella guy.
I'm drinking a little peanut butter whiskey.
Look at you, peanut butter whiskey. All right, I should roll whiskey. I can go get my bottle upstairs.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe at halftime. So packed with Giants fans saying.
Oh, it was awesome as far as Giants fans, and you know what Tennessee does, which is really cool. I don't know who went there, but they do a tailgate, like a VIP tailgate brand where it's all you can drink, all you can eat. Plus they, doing like charity auctions, silent auctions, and stuff like that. Well, it was raining all before the game for about the first 3 hours. And I was inside the building the whole time tailgating and watching other games as well. And then just once the game was ready to go, I was ready to roll over there. And then the sun was all popping out and was ready for a Giants victory.
So what was the atmosphere before the game amongst other Giants fans? Wait, did you go with a bunch of Giants fans or you just went with
I wasn't with friends. They aren't necessarily diehard Giant fans. But honestly, I think I gave high fives and fist bumps to I don't know how many people. Because the second you saw a Giants jersey or any kind of paraphernalia, you were like, oh, Giants fan. There you go.
Yeah, it's like a brotherhood. So yeah, I went
which made it fun. Like literally, I had a bunch I was sitting in section 305. I was on the first row, 305, and that whole corner was all Giants fans, and I got guys I don't even know what their names are, like jumping on top of me after they missed a field goal.
That was nice. I went to one Giant game outside of New York. I went to the Saints game in the Superdome, not the Superdome.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty sweet.
That's the year the Giants won, but they went down to New Orleans and they got smacked up. I think Drew Brees threw up like almost 50. It was probably, I think it was 48 actually.
That's all I was hoping. It was for a win. It's so disheartening to go to a Giants game and watch them lose.
Oh my god! Yeah, at the end, man, so crazy.
But I love. Hey, Brian Daboll's already has a nickname, Big Balls. It was awesome that he did that. I was like, holy shit, when he was doing it. And granted, if we didn't have a shitty extra point, then that probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. But hey, whatever. I'll take it.
Honestly, it was a bad week for kickers. I saw a lot of missed field goals and a lot of missed extra point kicks and a bunch of missed punts and stuff like that. So that extra preseason game that they don't get, it kind of showed in the kicking game this week.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm not gonna lie. This week though, and I'm usually a Daniel supporter. He irritated me this week. Well, first of all, the interception he threw in the end zone was ugly. Mm-hmm. That was so like staring down the receiver. Everybody knew where he was going, and you could see it was going to get undercut, but he still threw it.
Yeah.
Especially the first half, he like played scared. Granted, I give him credit for running for the first downs and giving up his body, but it's also the problem is he's giving up his body, and this guy's got a neck issue, and this is week 1.
Yeah, it's a long season. So, I haven't even seen the power rankings from Michael Melendez. What do you guys think about this week's power rankings? What are the Giants at? I don't even know.
Last I saw, I think it was like 25th. If I'm just going off the top of my head. But we were actually behind Tennessee and all this, the team we just beat, and a bunch of some other teams. But
how does that work?
Yeah, and it's whatever. It's week 1. It's power rankings. It's opinions. We got to prove ourselves. We got to beat Carolina this week. That's a team we should. That's a game we should win. But I wish Thibodeau and Ojulari were fucking going to play.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it. Last I saw, they were both marked questionable.
But I will give, Jahard Ward and Jimenez. Mm-hmm. They played well.
Yeah.
Especially Jimenez, because he hasn't done shit before this.
We keep on thinking that it's going to be his breakout years, but
honestly, I'm surprised over going the past year. I was surprised he made the team in the first place, but
yeah, well, the injury.
And I don't want to jinx Barkley, but Barkley looks like he's back.
Too soon for me, my friend. So, I brought it up on Instagram. Do you think this was Saquon's best game? I think it was. A lot of people brought up the Washington game 2019, but I don't know, for some reason this game I felt like
it's been so long, so I don't even remember his good games. I just remember him keep going down, and all I know is there's no way in hell we would even came close to winning if he didn't play the way he did.
This is true. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and give pride. Well, you know what? Since I didn't give the list to Marco early this week, it's not worth it. I'll run through my list for list of glory because we start off positive.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You get the sound effect.
Yeah, I might actually. I haven't used the sound effect in so long. So go on.
All right. So the lists. First one on the list, obviously, is Barkley because he was our whole offense. 164 yards rushing. He had 6 catches for like 30 or something like that. Touchdown. He was awesome. He was our whole offense. I hope just keep it up. Stay healthy, Barkley. I'm literally praying at night for it. Number 2, I had Sterling Shepard. First of all, I love that Shepard actually played week 1 after barely playing at all during the preseason and just getting healthy enough to actually play. But 2 catches for like 71. The long touchdown. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And number 3 on my list is obviously Big Balls. Brian Daboll. How are you not going to give? He's 1-0. He's undefeated as a Giants coach, and pulling out the huge decision early. We went from a guy that's going for 2, and the last guy was doing QB sneaks on 3rd down.
Speaking of that, here's Connor. Ready? Joe Judge would have went with a fake extra point pass to Nick Gates instead of a 2-point to Saquon. It's probably the truth right there.
And I do watch offensive line. I like that kid we got from North Carolina, Zuda, playing guard. You give him this full year of getting experience. He played well at that. Actually, our whole run offense played really well. Could they do better pass defense? Yeah. Sure. It was definitely a tough. Who the hell is defense attack for Tennessee? I'm blanking on. Can't think what but he's awesome anyway. So he's one of the top guys in the league. So that was a big test for the interior, and he was definitely tearing them up in the first half.
I was nervous, man. The end of the first half, I was like, "Oh my god, this is again. We're going through this."
Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons. Thank you, Jeff Simmons. Yeah. He's nasty. He's one of the best in the league anyway. He's underrated just because he's in Tennessee. But he was tearing us up. But it's a good test. We'll keep on doing that, and so we'll get to the list of shame. The list of shame is kind of tough when there's a win, because I'm not one of these Giants fans that like to go all negative and shit like Giants Twitter. And first one, I got to give it to Darnay Holmes. He was getting torn up. And it was they were just running all these drag routes nonstop, and he was just getting toasted. Now, is it totally his fault? Probably not, because of the defense, and with the drag route, I'm sure it's supposed to be passing off the coverage. But he definitely had a rough game. And number 2 on my list, I got to give to Daniel Jones. Like I was saying earlier, I don't like the way he played. He played scared.
Shame.
That's right. Shame on you, Daniel Jones. Shame. And he almost cost us the game by throwing that pick in the end zone. You know, I want him to be aggressive, but let's be a little smarter. And honestly, and he's got to stop fumbling. I try to give him some credit, but man,
that fumble.
It's one fumble, 1 interception a game.
He got mauled. He got mauled.
Oh, he did get smacked. He got smacked, and I can't hate that he dropped it. It's the history that bothers me about that. And then who was third on my list? Damn, who the hell was it? Wasn't third on my list, but you know what? Kadarius Toney. You played 7 snaps.
Shame.
All that talent. I give Daboll credit. with other big balls, it was like, hey, you don't want to practice. You didn't have a practice. You're not playing. I give him credit for doing that and sitting on the talent, and hopefully, I think Tony's better in the long run because of it. But you played 7 snaps, and you saw when he touches the ball, he's electric. When he actually touches the ball. We got to get him on the field.
I don't know.
And I keep seeing with the messages today. Out of 19 games, he's played 5.
Yeah, he's been on the injury report for 14 out of the 19.
Yeah,
does not.
But it's a gentleman guy. I don't know how much rope he has.
I don't think it's going to end well for him in New York. I don't know past New York, especially
if he does the same thing he did last year, this year, I don't think he'll be on the team.
Yeah, and especially when they drafted Wandell, I was like, what?
Like I said, Tony's a Gettleman guy, so it's and of course Robinson got hurt.
Right. Yeah. Chris Evans Jr. Will Tony turn it around? Listen,
I think he actually has the talent, and he's saying all the right things. So hopefully, we're all hoping. I mean, you guys see when he actually does play, the dude can't get touched on the first guy's never going to touch him.
Yeah, but supposedly this was his whole career in Florida. He was like very inconsistent, barely on the field, always on the injury report there too as well. So
I wasn't privy to that, but hey, I believe you.
from the sources. So I got some notes too. Did a little homework. All right, I got the Giants off to a good start, 1-0. The last time was under Ben McAdoo that the Giants actually started 1-0. That's insane.
Yeah, 100%.
What is that? 3 coaches back to? My God.
And do we want? You know what? I want to give a little honorable mention. Tay Crowder blowing up Derrick Henry was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't get enough pubbed in the highlights, and other than if you're a Giants fan and you see Tay Crowder blowing him up. And you guys realize our starting linebackers are a 7th round pick and an undrafted guy, our starting middle linebackers.
Yeah.
But it says a lot. I was a Blake Martinez guy, but dude still hasn't been picked up.
Yeah. All the Giants fans crying. How could they cut Blake Martinez? How could they cut Blake Martinez?
Technically, they could bring him back
if they want.
I don't think he would.
There's something. There has to be something going on there that I don't know. I don't know what's privy to that.
It seemed it was mutual as far as him leaving, from everything I read up. But I don't know. Who knows? He didn't like the scheme. I don't know what it is. Maybe he didn't have the speed to do all the blitzing that Wink wanted to do. Who knows if his knee is even back?
Did you see
to what it was?
Did you see Wink's cry for the Giants fans to get loud at MetLife this Sunday?
Yeah, they'll be loud until you're losing, or they might be even louder because they're booing.
Listen, that stadium is so quiet. The loudest I've heard it was at the Giants Atlanta game, that playoff run. That stadium was rocking that day. But past that, where's the crickets?
It's been a lot of years for them to even. What's been be able to root for?
Cruising time. We couldn't get any pressure on the QB. Shaking my head. It's true too.
Well, we also didn't have Thibodeau or Ojulari, so those are going to be huge additions once they got to play. They were saying they thought Thibodeau was going to be playing this week.
Yeah, he hinted.
But then all of a sudden he was doubtful. They're probably just playing it safe.
I don't think you need to rush him back. I'm not really that worried about.
I don't want to rush him back, especially for Carolina. Why?
Yeah. You worried about Baker coming in and lighting it up, or no? Right?
No, I honestly think, in theory, and this is all the shit Baker Mayfield talked about Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones might try to step it up this week.
I forgot about that.
Yep, and hey, and Baker didn't do shit last week.
No.
And Carolina gave up just the only people that gave up more yards than Carolina did last week in the running game. Tennessee. So, knock on wood. I hope Saquon's going off.
So, I was talking to Nick last week, and the over and under for Saquon was 63 yards. And I was telling Nick, I was like, Vegas has to know something that we don't know. Maybe he's not ready. I was like, because if I was a betting man, that's what I would be betting, the over 63 yards. It was like Saquon, he might hit a run for like 2, and then bust one for 70. Basically.
Well, exactly. They were going by the past years of the coaches that just didn't give him enough touches.
Yeah.
Where they kept feeding him. Saquon needs to get fed like Barry Sanders used to get fed. You're going to get the crappy runs. You're going to get the ones where you try to do too much and lose yards, but then you're going to get you're going to get the breakouts.
Yeah. Saquon, man, how do you think that's going to play out?
The problem is, I know it's a contract year, so I already expect him to do something this year. The problem is, I hope it doesn't blow up in our face when we re-sign him. I know they're going to re-sign him. He's a well-liked guy. He's a super talent. And if he tears it up, let's say if he repeats what he did week 1 all year long, there's no way they're not re-signing him.
Who do you think is more likely to be on the team as the face of the franchise? Jones or Barkley?
Right now, Barkley.
Yeah,
because there's too many quarterbacks coming out. If Jones doesn't step it up this year, Giants are going to go for a quarterback. Especially like you said, these are all get-em guys, so no one's safe. I mean, if you want to go by Captain Negative, who refuses to be positive at any time,
right?
Is just pump up Saquon so he gets traded at the trade deadline. But right now, I mean, other than Philadelphia, we could definitely beat Dallas now. Dak's done.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying not to look too far ahead because I think there is a possibility
we aren't good enough to be looking ahead. And you're absolutely right on that.
I'm trying not to do it, but I've peaked and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you got to look at the NFC East. Carson Wentz, what's Carson Wentz? It's not like we don't know him because we've played him enough times. That Cooper Rush, I'm not worried about, and Dallas is not. Other than Michael Parsons, I don't know what Dallas has. And Philadelphia is good. AJ Brown scares me.
He went off last week, man.
But the cool thing about that is Adoree Jackson, who'd he play in practice all those years before he came to us? He played AJ Brown. Hopefully he knows how to cover him.
Yeah, hopefully we're getting lit up.
Yep.
All right, we got from Chris Evans Jr., if we stop McCaffrey, Giants should be 2-0. This is the battle of Gettleman, first-round draft pick running back. Saquon versus McCaffrey.
I didn't even realize. Yeah, it is the battle of Gettleman. You were absolutely right.
He is going to be watching this drooling. Look at those old jackets.
It is. Honestly, you stop McCaffrey, I'm not really worried about Baker Mayfield tearing us up. And even though we're weak in the cornerback spot, especially with what's his face, why am I blanking? I'm blanking out names.
Yeah,
the corner being out. Who's our corner that's out right now?
Robinson, right?
Yeah, Aaron Robinson. With him being out, I'm curious who they're going to start over at the 2 spot.
Yeah. That's suspect, though.
It is suspect. And I would feel a whole lot better if Ojulari and Thibodeau were playing, because I really don't think Baker Mayfield could handle the pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
But, we don't have a huge pass rush. Hopefully, if Jimenez and Ward step the fuck up.
Leonard Williams, come on, we have something,
No, interior. Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence are good. I know all the. See, I'm just going by James because I argue with him nonstop. I stopped arguing because he just didn't make any sense. But Leonard Williams is good. Who cares about the contracts, guys? Leonard Williams is a good player, and he wants to be here.
Cruising 26. We cannot re-sign Barkley for $16 million a year. Carolina and Dallas regretting paying their running backs that much money. I am absolutely in agreement with you.
Oh, I agree. He's going to get re-signed. Is he going to get $16 million? We'll see. I mean, if he's getting $16 million, pretty much he was close to like NFL MVP honors.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. What else have I got? In my notes? Oh, Dabble seems to be good with the players. Warning. Oh, been chewing out Daniel Jones on the sideline.
After that pick, he absolutely deserved it.
Yeah,
he stared down Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
I was from the stands. I could see it was going to be a pick way before he threw it.
Just ISO on him. That's all he saw.
Well, the weird thing being is Tony's not playing, but C.J. Stroud and David Sills were playing so much. I didn't understand it. Hey, Dable knows more than I do, but and what's with our boy Kenny Galladay? Can we just show you something? Why every receiver that we root for on this podcast to get
go to shit?
They do shit once they get here. We were all over Brandon Marshall before he even got here. What did he do when he got here? Absolutely nothing. We were all over Kenny. We were excited that Kenny was coming. He was a perfect number 1 for us. What's happening? Nothing.
Should be the perfect fit. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, with between Sterling Shepard and Robinson and Tony, a big receiver like Kenny Galladay is perfect.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe we got to get them all in the field at the same time, and Jones has time, and I don't understand it. Is it that he got paid and he's done? He doesn't want, injuries have piled up. He doesn't want to go through it. I hope not.
That's what scares me when guys get paid. Because once you get paid, it's like, And I don't think Saquon would be like that if we re-signed him. It just.
I don't think so, because he's like still in like the prove it mode.
Yeah. He definitely is, but there's no way we could sign him for a huge. I don't see the GM hamstringing himself like that.
I don't either. What?
But supposedly they've already been working on a contract to re-sign. And the earlier we sign him, the cheaper we're going to get him. Now, are you going to be pissed if they re-sign Saquon?
Depends. I don't want them to break the bank to re-sign him.
Well, let's say it's season. Let's say 12 million a year.
Let me think about that.
Yeah. Well, you already know how I feel about the cap. I think the cap's bullshit anyway, so.
12's a lot, though. It is.
It is. It is. 12 is a lot. 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 12 But I don't think anybody even questions that Saquon, if healthy, is literally a top 3 talent in the league as far as running back. There's even any argument at all. It's just a matter if he stays healthy. But I don't know how you could really get him for a long term when he hasn't had back-to-back years.
That'll put him behind. That'll put him behind a bunch of them, though. Ezekiel, Christian McCaffrey, they're in the teens, right? Let me look it up.
Yeah, they're definitely up there. I know McCaffrey's got to be up there, and shit, I think Zeke is like $32 million against a cap or something this year.
So McCaffrey average is 16, Kamara is 15, Ezekiel is 15, Dalvin Cook is 12.6, 12.5.
See, that's where if we're around the Dalvin Cook range, I'm fine with that. Would I prefer or not? Yeah, I understand the running backs. You know, they get worn down. But if it's like a 3-year, maybe 4-year.
A 12.
You know, whatever they restructure, I'm going to try to believe in Joe.
So let's play it out. So the biggest hit, so they put 12 to 13 on Saquon. They're gonna let go Daniel Jones and try to draft, correct?
Oh, more than likely. I mean, if Jones doesn't do nothing, then you already know we're not paying a quarterback.
Yeah,
and we have plenty of cap if that's the case.
They're gonna
if we're drafting a quarterback, which means Daniel Jones didn't do shit, and we're in the top 10. Then I don't see us. The cap's not going to be an issue. Like, give Saquon 12. What's the difference?
They're going to get rid of Galladay. There goes his.
Oh, if Galladay doesn't do shit this year, there's no way he's on the team. There's got to be an out next year. What do you get? A 5-year deal?
I don't know his exact numbers. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, but the reason they didn't want to do it this year is because it was going to be wide receivers. Ready?
I'm reading the question. Do you think the D-backs are good enough to play a blitz-heavy defense all year? Well, the way it is, trial by fire, the way I look at it, as far as the D-backs go. Let all these young kids learn.
Doesn't say. I think it's 18 this year, but I don't know what it is next year. 2025 boys.
Well, what would it be if they franchised them?
I think they would save it if they're unsure about Daniel Jones. No.
What do you mean save? Yeah, well, if they're unsure of Daniel Jones.
Save the franchise tag for a quarterback.
Just like if we're like 50-50 on Daniel Jones, give him the franchise, bring him back another year. I could possibly see that, which would probably save him money anyway.
The wide receiver franchise tag is 18. That's what he's making now.
Well, the wide receiver franchise is not what we're talking about. Saquon.
Oh, sorry, Saquon.
Yeah.
9.5.
I'd be fine with him coming back at 9.5. And the thing is, I think Saquon and Daniel Jones want to be here. That's one thing I do like.
That'll put him back in improvement mode too. If he got that.
Yeah. And I hope that we get to that problem. Because if he gets hurt again, it's not going to be an issue. He's gone.
Where?
Saquon. If Saquon gets hurt again, he's gone.
Yeah.
So let's I hope we have the issue that we got to worry about re-signing him. That means he actually played well this year and actually finished the season.
Let's see. What else did I put down? Holding Henry, 82 yards and 21 rushes. Ryan Tannehill, 266 with 2 touchdowns. Overall good.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, like I said, we don't have 2 of our top defenders playing, and our cornerbacks are kind of weak as far as coverage. Actually, Robinson, he played great in the running game. He was coming up and hitting. But
out this week though.
Yeah. Was he getting an appendectomy? Something like
yeah, it's appendix burst or some shit.
That's what happens when you hit Derrick Henry.
Busting people's appendix. What else? What else is going on? You think?
What do we?
Realistically, you think 3-1 maybe?
Now you don't want to look ahead. See, you're just saying don't look ahead. Now you're saying look ahead. I think Carolina should be a win. I think the home opener for Dable as well. I think all the fans should be like on his all pumped up, everybody going off. If Giants score first, I think Giants blow them out. And who's week 3?
It is the Cowboys, no?
Cowboys is week 4, I think.
Chicago?
Is it Chicago? Yeah, that sounds right. We could beat Justin Fields. Chicago's not good.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there's no team that can't beat us, but we should be. In theory, that's definitely a winnable game. Honestly, if they play well and they keep getting better, and let's say Thibodeau and Ojulari are back by week 3, which they might be holding them out Carolina because they're not worried about Baker Mayfield passing. They get them back for Chicago, and don't we have like 4 home games in a row?
Wait, so that's not the correct schedule. Titans, Panthers. So 26th is the Cowboys Monday night. Then the Bears on October 2nd.
Oh, okay. Dallas is week 3.
Packers, Ravens, Jaguars. Yeah, and I think we have a long stretch where we're home. Giant side is bootleg. At least with the schedule.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. So we get Dallas. Hopefully they're spiraling at that point. There's a good chance we could start 3-0.
Do you guys realize we drafted Lawrence over Simmons in the 2019 draft?
The problem with that is, and I understand where he's going with that. First of all, Lawrence is good. You ask any NFL person, Lawrence is good. But, and I understand Simmons is nasty, but he had huge character issues when he came out. And that's the reason he dropped so far. I don't remember what they were, but I knew he had huge character issues.
Do you realize that Dave Gettleman has never passed on a defensive tackle in his career, okay? He will draft one right after another, right after another, right after another.
100%. Hey.
I actually didn't realize
I like Lawrence. I think that Lawrence is good.
Yeah, I like him too.
And honestly, I hope they do re-sign him. But you know how the Giants are as far as re-signing the defensive tackles.
Yeah, they'll bring him in, move him around. We had a string of good ones too.
Mm-hmm.
And Hankins and
Jonathan Hankins fell off as soon as he left, so I can't really hate. The only one that really did shit after they left was Lavelle Joseph.
Lavelle Joseph.
Yeah, Cofield did okay.
Yeah, he was
when he left.
He was all right.
But I mean, for other than Lavelle Joseph, who ended up being like a Pro Bowler after the fact, all the rest of them, I can't really blame the Giants for not signing them.
Yeah,
Hankins is out of the league right now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a while now. We're talking Jerry Reese pick time.
Was it Jerry Reese? Yeah. Oh man, showing my age, man. I'm not.
So, what was it? Before
the last time we were on the podcast.
Yeah, right. That was our last podcast. Hankins was starting defensive tackle. Who was it before? It was Snacks before Lawrence, right? I think so.
They traded Snacks. Who next year?
Yeah. So I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying not to look, but I just don't know where. I feel a letdown game somewhere in there, and I just don't know where it is.
On the coach, and so I see them really feeling the coach at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And we win the home opener, and especially if we kill Carolina, we could be in a good run in the beginning of the season.
What's the spread right now?
Granted, it's a lot of ifs. Well, I think we're actually favored. I think it's like 2 points though, but I think we're favored.
Home team gets 3. Yeah.
We got 3.
2.5.
Hey, I'll take it. I mean,
over.
I like the fact that no one believes in us.
No, yeah, I think the Giants play better as an underdog as well. 42.5 is the over.
Here, one thing, I definitely like the way Wink played defense way more than what it was before.
Lavelle Joseph.
I blitzing defense and attack not the bend don't break defense. I can't stand that shit.
Me neither. Let's go.
So that's what I'm saying.
Do you want to do predictions for Carolina?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's end the game, and then one thing we think is going to happen. I'm going to try to get somebody hurt. No.
I mean, I think the chat is like behind us for some reason.
Hankins played for Raiders last season.
Did he?
The chat, the chat definitely.
It's all right.
They're definitely commenting
when we're saying when they hear us saying, yeah. Hankins paid for the reviews last season. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a win for the Giants this week. I agree with you. It's going to be it's going to be, it's going to be packed. Well, hopefully it's going to be loud. And this was Daniel Jones's catch game, right? Last year? So yeah, I think I'm going
Daniel
with that.
Jones has the talent to do something. Get him a win early. That's going to boost his, and I think he's going to get pumped up for Baker Mayfield. And I think he's definitely going to try to outplay. You know what? I'm putting it out there now. Daniel Jones is going over 300 passing.
300.
He might not need to because Saquon might tear it up. I'm going to put it out there. I think Daniel Jones this week.
Yeah, I don't see that.
From the shameless, now I'm telling him he's going to tear it up.
Brick City, the Panthers will be out coached.
I just want to put out there all the people that wanted Matt. I thank you for saying that because all the people that wanted Matt Rule as the coach, where we would have been at, same place.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
Matt Rule had two of the quarterbacks that everybody thought was to get anyway. How many people we got listening, just for curiosity? You see?
Not a lot, no.
Like 4, 5?
More. It bounces all around. It's like the old podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
What was that we were big in? When we first,
I forgot. Yeah, where it was like some stupid number of listeners.
Like we were.
Was it Sweden? No. What? I gotta look it up. I don't remember what it was. I don't even know if I can. How about that?
Is that? I know we used to. Well, that's when we were messing around so much. We used to give shout outs to them every week.
I can't remember what it was.
To the few people that are listening to us right now, do you guys want us to continue to do it on Friday nights?
Do you want to do it on Friday nights? I could do it.
Messed up with our old school days of being on Wednesdays. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Unless it's late, like either Friends Day.
I can do late. I do late.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to build it up as a late night audience, like 11 o'clock on a Wednesday or a Friday. Because out of the two of those, I could definitely do one of them.
I mean, I'm late regardless, so I don't give a shit.
There we go.
All
right.
11 o'clock. We got people wanting this, huh?
Yes, Daniel Beckham. Oh my God. See that comment just came up, and look how long ago that was.
Yeah, the chat is definitely off. We're like a few minutes late. They think we're going to be
cursing it up.
Cursing up. Now, do you got us on that?
If Mr. Sid is not effective on Sunday, they should stay within sidelines unless he's 100%. Yeah, he's not going to. I'm pretty sure he's not going to play. He's questionable as of now.
Yeah, they're both doubtful. They're not playing.
Yeah, I don't think they.
I know he was talking about all up on play, and I'm sure he wants to play, especially being the home opener. But nah, I don't see it. Why rush him back? First of all, we haven't even really talked much. How we got Thibodeau?
You're breaking up. What happened?
pumped were you that you got to that we got him? We
Those are the two picks that I wanted.
Exactly.
Those were the two picks that I was hoping.
The first 2 round picks, was okay.
I was done after that. I was like, okay, so you have to watch the rest.
You know who I think actually. You know who's After once we got Robinson, I was like, what is going on? But
I was like,
the guy you look at the guy you look at this week. Watch Belton. Belton's playing this week.
Mm-hmm.
The 4th or 5th round or wherever the hell he was, but he was doing good in camp until he got hurt.
Yeah, he's back, right? I saw they did an interview, but I didn't catch it yet. Do you guys agree with Wink's request?
He's back.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Fridays are cool. All right, we could get something going on Friday. Yeah, and I'll put it out there, to all the channels that would do something throughout the week. So.
Yeah, all the channels, put them on the chat, see if they want Wednesdays or Fridays at 11.
Am I working this Friday? I think I am. Is a problem.
I can do anytime Friday. I can do any times on Fridays. So if you're open Friday.
I think I can do Wednesday this week, late if you want. So it's probably
11. I can do that.
Yeah, it'll probably either do Wednesday or Friday. So one of the two, and I'll pump it up a little. This way, we get more people, a little more active.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Spread the word.
Share the content. All right, Tim. I'm going to sign out.
Tell your family.
Yeah, that's just.
So Wednesday 11.
All right. Wednesday 11 p.m. Everyone, mark your calendars, set your DVRs, do all those things. All right. And Tim, I'll talk to you on the back end.
All right.
All right, everyone. You guys are so spontaneous.
Yep.
That's how we got to keep it. All right, later.